my channel and thank you for tuning in for today. I have a very important topic for today, and if you are watching, if you are a Filipina who is watching this video, and if you are planning on applying for a citizenship, and or if you happen to know somebody who is not a citizen yet, and maybe one day or someday they wanna decide to apply a citizenship. And just so you know, guys, once you have your residency or residence card, once you have it for 2 years, although you have been given for green card for 10 years, you don't have to wait for 10 years. After 2 or 3 years, you can already apply your citizenship. So that's a good information. And like I said, I created this channel for a good use and for good information out there. Whoever is researching for whatever it is that you're searching for, some kind of information in YouTube. And so this is my purpose. Yesterday I have a video about finding your own purpose. So now I want to help out and reach out to the people who is from my country, who is living in United States. And instead of I have an experience, guys. Instead of coming or going to a Filipina or Filipino community, I'm not talking bad about the community, Filipino community, but if you run into a Filipino folks or Filipina or whatever, some people are very positive about, you know, the information that they would give you, and some people are just make you feel down, or like make you think that, oh my gosh, it's so hard and that you can never make it, you can never do it, or whatever. But because it happens to me, first of all, of course, because of my marriage situation before. And remember, guys, I was married to a Texan for 5.5 years, and of course, obviously, I already have my green card before I file a divorce. Before I divorced him, basically. So we had 2 kids. So when I have my green card, it was, well, my green card took for so long, like more than 2 years before I got it, because, you know, it was in 2007, and it's just so many applicants, and here in Harris County it's just a big county, and so many, you know, Filipino or foreign people here who is applying, and so therefore you have a very long wait. So anyway, when I finally got my green card, I was pregnant with my second child, and my older child was already running around, and that's how long it was, because well, when I got married, it took 7 months before I got pregnant. So imagine that. So we processed and filed the paper before I even got pregnant with my first child, and then I got my interview 2 years later. So just, that's how much long it was. So, you know, I have a lot of experience about immigration already. So anyway, this is a very important tip. Again, you don't go to any Filipina who is never, especially who is never filed a citizenship. Or even though that Filipina already did, but like I said, it doesn't mean that she knows or he knows everything about the process of it, or what needed. So I will suggest you guys to go to a U.S. Citizenship Immigration website, and then you can look for this form for a citizenship. There it is. I don't want to show the whole thing because this is the form that I already filed and I already fill out, and I have all my information in there. So if you're familiar with this. Now, a lot of people said, well, is the question or the test would be different? Well, guys, American history is American history, it will never change. Like the First World War, the first war, like let's say the Civil War in United States, that will never change. Who is the first president of United States? That never changed. What is the 13 stripes of the United States flag? That never changed. It's still the same 13 stripes. Okay. The question about what is the institution? The institution. We, the people, that's... So anyway, don't worry about that, because once you fill out this form, or once... Okay, first of all, when I went to the website, I should go step by step, right? Sorry, I talk so fast and I don't even do it first, second, third. Okay. When you go to a website, look for a form like this. Now, all the information of what you all needed to do, because when I apply my citizenship, I never hired a lawyer. I never asked... Well, I did ask a Filipina, and it just put me to like almost like a depression type mode, because all of this negative, like, oh, you're divorced and how are you gonna file that? Oh, they need that your husband's ex, like for example, if your husband has been married many times, and if you are still married to your husband who is married many times, you are going to need it, your husband's ex-wives informations, their names, their birthday, and all of that. You still needed that, unfortunately. So you're gonna have more than 20 pages. This is only 20 pages, guys, of a form for citizenship. But unfortunately, if your husband has been married before, you're gonna need more than 20 pages. Well, you can add more paper, your own paper. You don't need another, whatever form it is. You can just add it in the separate copy paper of your husband's ex's names and informations, birthdays, and things like that. But luckily with me, because I am divorced, like this Filipina that gave me an advice about, how it is going to be complicated for me, because now I'm divorced and I don't have, any backup papers that supposedly, when I file, I'm gonna have a very hard time and doing it or whatever. So I was in a depression mode. So guys, I am here to lift you up. To file a citizenship, it is not no-brainer. It doesn't take a rocket science test. Me, I am not very sharp, but I did it, guys. $680. $680 to file a citizenship. But I heard, like I said, you don't follow what you heard. Go to the website and you can read how much it is, and this is the form. The form is all gonna be the same. No matter how long it is, no matter if it's 100 years already, it is gonna be the same form. It is gonna be the same questions for a test, except if it's a new administration in the White House. When I'm saying a new administration, is now it is Trump administration. So that's the only thing that would change. Like for example, 4 years from now, because the presidency is 4 years, right? So after 4 years, well, it may not be a Republican president or administration anymore. So that would be the only change for the test, for your questions. Whoever is sitting in the White House, whatever year you are going to file or whatever administration is going to be, if it's going to be a Democratic administration in the White House, whoever is the president and new cabinets, that's all you have to remember. All those people. So you have to be, like I said in my video yesterday, you have to pay attention to your community, to whatever is going on in the United States. Who is the president? Because it is very important, guys. If you don't know about, I'm not saying to be like, I'm into politics. It is not like that. You need to pay attention about who is the new administration now in the White House, because when you take your citizenship, that is very important. You need to know who is the Speaker of the House, how many cabinets of the administrations. You know, there are more than 12, a dozen, you know, like education, agriculture, things like that. And United States have so many cabinets. And what are those cabinets? That would come up in your questions. And there is going to be more than 100 questions in the test. But I am not here to discourage you, because it is very, very easy. Because once you're done filling this up, and there's gonna be, and then you're gonna know, oh, where am I going to send it? Like I said, when you print this out, because I have no idea, I am not a computer literate, but I do now a little bit, and I did it, guys. I did it myself. Nobody tells me this is what do. I mean, yeah, you know, you can ask other Filipina that have, you know, filed before, but maybe not into a detail, and maybe still trying to have some discouragement there, because, oh, you're gonna need this, oh, you're gonna need that. But I'm telling you guys, all the information, when you print this thing out, everything is on there. Whatever you needed is on there. Your driver's license, your green card, you're gonna need that, because they're gonna take it from you once you get your certificate of naturalization. You're gonna need your social security card, all that. You have to copy all of that before, you know, to submit this form. You need to copy all of that, and you send the copy only. And then you need your 5 years of income tax. Luckily for me, I have been working for the straight 5 years before I filed my this citizenship, because, you know, my status is divorce. So, and I have been divorced for like 2 years or 1 year when I filed my citizenship. I think it's only been 1 year that I have been divorced, so I filed my citizenship, and luckily I have all of my income taxes. So five solid years, you're gonna need that. So guys, if you don't have a husband, if you are a single mother or divorced or whatever, you're gonna need your income tax. So make sure that you have a job and that you need that, the income tax. Now, I don't know what's going to happen if you do not have the 5 years income tax. I don't know about that, because I never researched of what to do, but you might want to research that, because that's the only information I can give you, which I apologize, because, and I should, but this is just based on my experience, okay, and filling up all on my own. So again, your 5 years of income tax. And if you have children, you're gonna need their birth certificate. You need to copy them. Like I said, it goes when you send this in. After you fill it out, this is 20 pages of form. It's very easy question. It's really nothing hard. I mean, you really do not need a lawyer for this. You only have to pay $680, $680, something like that, plus the process of your fingerprint, which is another. I forgot, but again, when you print it out, it's right there, all the information and how much it is. But it's not going to, it would be somewhere around $1,000 all in. No, I'm sorry. Everything is $680, really, including the fingerprint. So, if it's now going higher, then maybe they change it. But like I said, instead of running to another folks from our country, if I were you, just go straight to the website of this. It would be like USCINCIS. USCINCIS. So, and .org, something like that. But it's very easy. Just look for a Form N400. Form N400. That's what you look for, and then all the information in there, when you print it out, it comes with it, of what you need and how much. So that's what I did, because I asked Filipina who just filed hers, and then like I said, it was no help for me. I was in a depression mode instead. So I researched it myself and done it myself, and it is very easy. You do not need anybody or any lawyer to do this for you. And I recommend that if you have your green card after 2 years, if you're not ready to surrender your citizenship and you'd rather renew your green card, you can do that, but you're gonna spend more money than and more complication than filing a citizenship, because every 10 years you have to renew it anyway and go through that again, and it's more expensive that way than doing this anyway. So there it is. It's very easy, guys, and if you're sharp anyway, and you're fresh, professional, and educated, you can do it yourself. I did not have a hard time doing it. I did it myself. I sent it out, and then after 30 days, I think it must have been 30 days that I received, 30 days or 60 days. I already forgot the time frame, but it is not long, guys. The green card is much longer than citizenship. After 6 months, actually, I already got my citizenship. From the moment you send it out and your fingerprint, through all in all, the whole process is only 6 months. I got my citizenship. Actually, it was just less than 6 months, actually, because I already did. And then once they receive it, they will send you a notice for your fingerprint. You're gonna go to a place where they sent you to where you're supposed to go to for your citizenship, fingerprint. And then while you're fingerprinting, after that, they are going to give you like a packet for you to read, like a magazine type, which is a very small pages of like a book for you to read about the American history. That's for you to study about the test. So there will be like 100 questions, and it's just gonna be random, you know. I know some of you are already a citizen, and so I'm just trying to help out and reach out to others who is not a citizen yet, U.S. citizens yet, and there's just probably wondering, okay, is it going to be hard? Are you gonna need a lawyer? No, it's a piece of cake. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to do it. You know, I mean, I did it, so it's not hard at all. They're gonna give you a book to read, and I'm lazy to read a book, and then I feel sleepy and all that, and sometimes it doesn't get to my brain. So what I did, they also give you a CD for you to play. So what I did while I was renovating the house, I once did a renovation in the house by hand, guys. So I just turned on the CD and listened to it every day for like 3 weeks. And then after that, because after your fingerprint, they're gonna send you another notice for your test, like a month after you fingerprinted. You're gonna need another notice for you to go to your test. So it's gonna be a one-on-one test. It's like this: you're sitting there, and then in front of you is the officer, and so they will give you like a sentence first. You have to, like, you know, do this from the officer, and whatever he would tell you to follow what he said or she said. You solemnly whatever swear, whatever like that. And then the first on your test, they will give you a sentence. It will be like oral. First question is oral. She'll give you like a sentence, and then for you to write down, and then whatever that you listen to the CD is what all of that will come up, and it's gonna be random. And with mine, they gave me 10 or 12 questions, guys. And some of these Filipina that I've run into, and I asked them, they said they only have like 1 or 2, or most of them are like 4 questions. So guys, if I were you, I would suggest to familiarize all the 100 questions, because it's just gonna be a random questions, you know, whatever questions they will pick. And so like I said, if you happen to watch this video and you know a lot of Filipino people, please share this to them, you know, if you don't mind.